Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 5, Episode 158. And today's going to be a little bit different of an episode, and here's the reason why. I'm tired, man. I'm really tired. I have 5 meetings today. I have an 8-hour round trip ahead of me. Let's add this up here. Leave home at 6:30 in the morning. Travel a little bit over 4 hours. So add 4 hours going, 4 hours coming to 6:30. 6 and 8's 14, that's 2:30 in the afternoon. 5 meetings, 2 of them being an hour. That's 5.5 hours. 5 meetings, 2 of them being an hour, 3.5 hours. Puts us at 6 p.m. We haven't played, and it's already 6 p.m. And that's if the meetings were back to back, which they're not. So then we'd have a half hour back to the car, half an hour back to the car. Doesn't make a lot of sense. We do need to check in to the office at some point. So, for this week, it's dangerous to check in the office on a Thursday in case anyone on my team audits it and they're like, hey, we were all here that day. Where were you? But here's what I think is the best way to go today. We head to the office. We check in before anybody gets there. In and out, just like we would normally do on a Friday. Then we go to our nearest casino, which is going to have very little. We're going to play there. We're going to leave. We're going to head to a different area of town where I have a post office box that I haven't checked in about a year. We'll go there. I don't have the key. Once again, the key disappeared. When I changed cars and I sold the car, supposedly the key was given to my wife that nobody knows about, and so I don't have the key. I'm going to go to that post office, get another new key, pay another whatever, $20-$30 for that. And I think this might be the last year for that P.O. box. I think I'm going to take every bit of mail that I have, and I'm thinking just contact those people and tell them not to use it anymore. Here's the new address, and give them my home address. I've had that post office box since 1992, so it's at 34 years. It started off at $15 or $20 every 6 months, and now I think it's like $130 every 6 months, something like that. So yeah, things have changed quite a bit. But we'll go to the post office, get all that stuff, and then we're gonna head to the poker club. So that's what I think is the best way to go, because I have so many meetings. If we look at my work schedule right now, we have a meeting at 8:45, and then one at 9:30, 11, 11:30, and 2:30. So, that's a lot of meetings, and I just don't want to drive all that way and spend $50 on gas, 8 hours driving, and then not get any time in. Tomorrow we will go on a long trip, so let's just use today, just relax. I think tomorrow we might not have work because of July 4th coming up, so I think this might be the best way to go. So right now, let's head to the office, let's get checked in, we'll go from there. It's already 79 degrees outside, and the temperature in my house just barely got to 70 like this morning, like 5 o'clock this morning, and it's already up to 71 just because it just can't keep up. It's been running for 48 hours straight, so hopefully today is not a terrible day as far as temperature. So right now I'm going to let you go. We'll head to the office, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back. It is 1 minute later, and I just got a message from the owner of our company, and basically said, in honor of July 4th, leave 3 hours early today, so we would only have to work till about 2 today. So, which I think I still have to do that 2:30 meeting. But that's good. Then I can turn off my computer and be done early today and not have to stress about it. So yeah, this is going to work out well. I'm still going to go check in because HR has a weird fetish about wanting to check everybody and make sure that they checked in every week. So let's go do that. I'll be back. All right, guys, just leaving the office, checked in smoothly. Nobody really there yet. Really early. So if you check in too early, then you have to actually log in with the security guard and all that. So I waited until exactly 7 o'clock. At that point, you can just walk in with your name badge or with your badge. So I did that out the back door. I've got a bunch of saved bookmarks for my Chrome, and I can just right click on one of the folders and say open all, and I do that, and it looks like I've opened like 15 different websites, and it logs all of those websites in my history as having logged into them at the office. So unless someone actually goes into detail of every one and what time it was and all that, it looks like I spent some substantial time at the office going from site to site doing research and things like that. So all that's taken care of. Right now we're going to go ahead and head to the casino. I don't expect to find much, but that's okay because that's part of what we're going to do today. We should visit the casino twice, possibly 3 times today, and we're going to be playing poker today. So that's what's going on right now. It's a beautiful looking day, 82 degrees already, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. Oh my gosh. The things that happen, man, is so ridiculous. Oh, I was in that place for an hour and 40 minutes. I was done playing after about 30 minutes, but I was in there for an hour and 40 minutes. So what happened? Well, let me tell you. When I walked in, I noticed that a couple of my cards were not working. Let me see. 7, okay. So, I played, I had one that was working. I played and did all my stuff. Well, I'll tell you what happened with that first, I guess. So, I walk in, I'm looking around, I'm seeing it's like totally dead in there. There's nobody in there. And they're trying to do all these different things to bring people in, but they're just not very good at marketing. I'm sorry, but your marketing is awful. Let me see if I can get this for you so you can hear it. Let me see if it's still doing it or not. It looks like they stopped it. They stopped the noise. Okay, so see, I'm looking around. I don't see anything. I go to the back area. I find a play. I play that. I put $40 in the machine, and when I leave that machine, I'm up. I have like $95, right? So I'm up $55. Walking around, can't find anything else. Go to the high limit, find a play at the high limit, $10 a spin. So I said, okay, well, I'm in it for 40. Let me put 460 more in there, which I did. That way, I'm in for an even 500. So no matter what happens, I know exactly where I'm at. So I'm in for 500, and I'm ahead like $50. So I have like $555 in the machine. I start playing, hit a couple small hits, go down to like 200, hit a small bonus, up and down, and then overall it ended up paying pretty nicely. And I left the machine. I was ahead $595. So I'm good. But I'm like, okay, I've got nothing to do today. I got plenty of time. Let me go get the new cards. So, okay, let's go get the new cards. I go to the cashier because they don't have, it's not separated, so you have to go up to the cashier area. They do both. I give them my ID. I give them a couple of cards that are bad. I ask for 3 new cards, which they give me. And they say, do you know about our new promotion? I said, no. I pick up the paper for the promotion, and it's so complicated. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I want to do this. So All right, I'm done. I got my cards. I'm leaving the building. I guess there really is an emergency. I'm leaving the building, and I go to the kiosk because sometimes there's little bonuses and stuff. And I see like 10 offers, and I click, and it prints me off a voucher, and I click, it prints me off a voucher, and another one, and another one. Like, what is all this stuff? So it's part of this game. So I go back to the cashier. I'm like, okay, let me get this game piece. Oh no, you can't have one. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm a customer. I want a game piece. Oh no, I need your ID. I'm like, okay, here's my ID, and here's my card. And so it takes them like 10 minutes to get me this, and they explain it to me, which they explained it wrong. And you have to do all these things, and you get free play. So I'm like, okay, well, let me start, and anything that I don't want to do, I just quit there and take whatever money I've earned. So they have me do all these different steps without getting into details that I didn't have to do until like way down the list, like a month down the list. So I'm doing stuff I didn't have to do. So I finished the first part, and you're supposed to get 5 in free play. And I said, you know what, this is so annoying. I'm not going to do anymore. I'm just going to get my 5 in free play. So I go up to the same people, and I say, okay, I'm here to get my 5 in free play. Oh no, I can't give you the 5 in free play. Why? Because you have to do the whole list. I said, no, the list says you do this, you get 5, you do this, you get whatever, 10, 20, you do this, you get 50. I did the first step. Oh no, you have to do all the steps. Well, all the steps takes 2 months. So you're telling me that nobody has earned even $5 yet on this promotion that's already started? This is not the first day of the promotion. No, you can't get it. I said, okay, fine. So I go talk to a security officer. I say, I need a manager. Call the manager over, which I've seen this lady like 4 times today, asking her about this promotion because she doesn't even know how to explain it, and she's in charge of it. So she comes down, I explain the problem, she doesn't know. She calls a manager. Takes the manager 10 minutes. Now I've been in this place now for an extra hour. And they're like, yeah, he should get the $5. Okay, she's like, come with me and I'll give you the $5. I'm like, this is stupid. And then I'm gonna retrain these people. I'm like, okay. I go with her. She's having trouble logging into the computer. 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to leave. I said, just put the $5 on my card, and I'll be back in a few days, and I'll play it. I said, it's good for a while, right? She's like, yeah, it's good for a week. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Just put it, and I'll leave. While she's standing there talking to me, the lights behind her go off. Like there's a TV and some lights, and they go off. So now we're standing in the dark, and her computer is still working, but we're standing in the dark. So, then these 3 ladies come around the corner, and they're like, oh yeah, it was just, there's a power outage in the office upstairs. Everything's fine though. We're just going to walk around and take a look and make sure everything's okay. Well, one of the ladies says, what's that flashing light back there? And there's a light, like all the lights in the whole building are flashing because it's a fire alarm. Because whatever happened that kicked off the generator for the machines tripped the fire alarm. So I'm leaving, and the sirens start. You have to leave the building. There is a fire alert. All this stuff. And I'm like, why do they even have that up there? The lady said there's nothing going on, and they just lost power in the office, and there's nothing happening. But they force everybody. It's 90 degrees right now, guys. 90 degrees. Not including the humidity, so it's in the 90s. You know what the average age in that building is right now? Probably 70, 75. There's some people, multiple people I saw on walkers in there. They're forcing them to get up off the machine where they're making money, to get up and walk out of the building and stand outside in the heat in their walker. This is not going to end well, guys. You're going to need some ambulances soon. So I'm talking to you, and I'm leaving, and I see a fire truck coming the other way, because you know how it works, actually, now that I think about it. When you trip an alarm like that, they have to come and verify. So now everyone's standing outside. I was walking to my car, and this lady is just coming in. She's leaving her car to go in. I explained the situation to her. She's like, oh, I wonder how long that's going to be. And she walks in. Everyone's standing outside, and she walks toward the building, So now she's standing outside. Instead of sitting in her car watching everyone and seeing when they finally finish up and can go in the building, she's going to go stand in the heat. So, whatever, man. So I told the marketing lady, I said, this is the worst marketing I have ever seen. I don't know if she designed it or not, but this is the worst thing I've ever seen. I said, the smart thing to do, instead of listing like dozens and dozens and dozens of things that you can do to earn a nickel, is to say, hey, you do these first few things, you give them one paper. Part 1, do these 5 things, get $5. Part 2, do these next 5 things, get $10. No, they give you this long, intimidating list, and then the kiosk is wrong. The kiosk is giving me something that's supposed to be in mid-August, and it's giving it to me now. Now, those are all thermal paper, right? People keep their papers in their car. It's 100 degrees outside with the wind, with the humidity. So all these people are going to have all these forms that turn black in their car because they shouldn't have printed it now. And around all the kiosks, there's papers all over the floor, and there's papers stacked on top of the kiosks. And people are like confused. What the heck is this thing that just printed? And they don't want it, so they just leave it there. And the marketing lady is going around from machine to machine, putting more receipt tape in there, because more thermal paper in there, because they're always out because of the stupid promotion that keeps printing papers that you don't need. So, anyway, whatever, man. So right now, I ended my session. I ended up losing another $19 on my way out because I saw a play that I shouldn't have seen because I should have left an hour ago and lost $19 on that. But now I'm going to have $5 extra for Sunday when I go there. Whatever. So anyway, at this point, I'm heading to the post office, which is a little ways away. And we're going to pay for another key, which is going to suck. And then we're going to check the P.O. box, which is full of offers from casinos that I don't care about. But I'm going to write down all the names of the places and notify them that, the address change and direct them to my house. Or just say, I could call them and just say I don't want the promotions and not get them because I don't go to those places anymore. But anyway, yeah, that's what's going on right now. Interesting morning, plus 576. And we're moving on here to the post office. I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. So, went to the post office. Only a couple people in line. And this actually is in a neighborhood I used to live in like 34 years ago. And the post office has actually moved like down the street from where it used to be. But my brother and I used to ride our bikes to this place to buy whatever the newest stamps were, because we would collect stamps back then. That was more, people did that more. Anyway, it looks like I hadn't been in the P.O. box for a long time, because I saw a rate change notice in my P.O. box that said starting January 2025. I don't think it's been that long. I think maybe it's been like a year, but I don't know why that was in there. It seems like that's off. So, I asked for the key, and I said, I'm probably going to get rid of this box soon anyway. And she said, yeah, we'd prefer if you guys did, because this post office moved from another post office and was supposed to be temporary, and they never rebuilt it. It was like 5 years ago. And I've had this thing since the 90s, the early 90s. Wow. Driving by my old house. That tree was huge. It's all dying. Man, not taking care of our old house. Anyway, so I'm like, yeah. So she just opened it for me instead of making a key and charging me for it. And she's like, yeah, if you're going to close it soon, don't waste your money on this thing if you don't use it that often. So I only have like 3 or 4 different people sending me mail here, companies. One of them happens to be one where I'm banned from most of their locations anyway, and they're still sending me offers. And I haven't even been to most of their locations in a year. So I'll contact these people and get that taken care of. There was also a bunch of mail for other people in my box. And she's like, the lady's like, God bless her, she doesn't see very well. I'm like, you're putting other people's mail in the wrong place. And so I gave her a couple pieces I found right away. Then I went to the car and sorted through all the mail. And I found a credit card for somebody else in my mail. So I went back in and gave them the credit card. But, I mean, maybe that person should not be putting the mail out if they can't see very well. I mean, I understand you want to be caring and all that stuff for people, but at some point you got to say, no, that's not a good thing. So, all right, I'll be back. All right, guys, next meeting was just canceled, which is good. That gives me a half hour before the next meeting. And so I just went into this place. It's a sushi place. Sit down. Or not sit down. I walk in, the guy tells me, have a seat for a few minutes. I said, okay. I sit down, and he's like, he walks away. Another guy walks up, tells me they don't open for 35 minutes. You're going to have a customer sit for 35 minutes without telling him? Crazy. So crazy. All right, we're going to go to a different place. There's a nice Mexican place around the corner. They have the best burritos. So we're going to go do that. And I'll be back. We're gonna also, so when we finish eating here, we're going to sign up for the poker game, and then we'll go play some poker. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back and went to the poker club, and they fit, I believe, 8 people to a table, and I was number 9 on the list, even though I was there an hour before they opened. They have like weird times that you can get, like, it's like 35 minutes before they open or 25 minutes before they open that you can get on the list. So of course I was like 2 minutes late getting on the list, and I was 9th. So I wasn't going to be on the initial table. I thought, well, I'll sit here for a few minutes, do some work for the office, and then get out of here. And I'm sitting, and then all of a sudden I get an alert on my phone that says that seat open. So somebody didn't come in. So I go, I buy in for $500. I put $300 in my pocket and buy in at the table for $200. It's a 1-2 no limit table. Started playing within 20-30 minutes. I had lost my initial stack of $200. I bought in for 2 more. Within another hour or so, lost that. Bought in for another 100, and then lost that, so I was down 500. I bought in for 300 more, so I was in for 8, and had a good hand. And I was trying to pick my spots when I was short. There was like one time I was down to like $50-something. I had 10 jack. 2 people went all in. I called because they probably have aces, kings, queens, pocket pairs are lower than that, things like that. So I thought I had a chance, and ended up losing that one. But this last time, I ended up going all in for my last 250, and flopped a set and ended up winning that hand, and that brought me almost all the way back. That brought me to like 750. And then played another 15-20 minutes and ended up leaving with 917, which means I was ahead $117 after about 2.5 hours. So not terrible. 1-2 no limit, 10 big blinds is good. That's $20, $40, $50 would be good. So, you know, I'm not a great player. I did have a little bit of luck there, but I also had some real bad luck, losing with a full house to quads. Losing with a full house to another full house, things like that. So, I mean, what are you going to do? It's part of the game, and you can't really stress too much about it. But right now, we're leaving the poker club, and we're heading back to the casino, back to the scene of the crime, and we're going to see if we can make a little bit more money. Right now, we're already up about 700, which is probably my approximate EV for where I was going to go today anyway. not always. Actually, I probably have to cut that back to maybe 450, 500 normally for my EV, because I can play less things now. So we're in good shape. We're gonna move on here. Man, this beef jerky's been in the car. If you put beef jerky in a hot car, does it go bad? I'm leaning toward no. It's already dry, but I don't know. We'll have to think about that for a minute. Right now, let's head back to the casino. Right now, it is 99 degrees. Feels like 105. And my air conditioner at my house is working its butt off. Currently in the house, it's 75 degrees, but only 54% humidity, so probably still feels pretty good. If we can get through the next couple hours here reasonably, I think we'll be okay. And I think the hot temperatures will be subsiding in a couple days anyway. So right now, let's move on, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back. So went in there, and it was getting busy in there, and I saw all the people walking around with all these receipts and all that, trying to figure this game out. I'm telling you, this game will not survive. There's no way that people understand it. It took me forever to understand this game. I consider myself a moderately intelligent person, and it was a big mess, because just the way that it was done, things conflicted with each other, and even the people that worked there didn't understand it. Anyway, overall ended up making $120 on a couple unconventional plays, and I was leaving, and it was just so hot as I was leaving. I've been on the road now for about 10 minutes. Just finally got on the main road here. Traffic is so bad. Everybody out for the holidays. The big holiday, the big holiday. I'm thinking July 4th is going to be Saturday. So maybe the Sunday episode we'll start doing our thing. Definitely going to be spending July 4th with the family. But we'll see. Sunday, I may not be able to travel Sunday, actually. Let me think of this one through. Anyway, I was also able to play online today while I was at the poker club, and just a little bit ago, and was able to make another $680 online. And I'm just, it's the site that I'm using is the one that pays slowly, so it's so aggravating having this money like stacked up. I got all these charges on the credit card, and I got this money coming back into my bank account. I'm using that to pay off my credit card, and then having a little left over. And it's just a pain in the butt to just keep waiting and waiting. This one takes like about 5 days to go through, and then you can't have more than one cash out at a time, so it's just a pain. The other one takes about 10 to 12 hours to cash out, but right now there hasn't really been any opportunities to make money on that one. So anyway, good day today. Made over 1,500, right? You got let's see, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 8, 6, 14, almost 1,500 today. So I'm happy about that, and we're gonna head home and hang out with the family. Let's do some quick segments. What did you eat today, MW? So I went to this Mexican restaurant, and I meant to get El Pastor burrito, but I got chorizo burrito, which is definitely not as good. El Pastor is way better, and I said the wrong thing when I ordered, and I regretted it right away. It was okay. It was extremely greasy, though. I'm going to give it an 8 on a scale of 2 through 8. It's definitely not as tasty, and part of that was my fault. And what did you learn today, MW? You know, I learned that sometimes you can stay near home and still make a decent amount of money. And sometimes you can go really far away and just have too much competition there, and it's not even worthwhile to be there. So anyway, looking forward to the holiday. Hope you guys have a blessed holiday and a safe holiday. Take care of each other. Don't drink and drive. Don't do drugs and drive. Don't do drugs at all. Don't drink at all if you can help it. But I know you have to have some fun, but be careful with the fireworks. Take care of your family. Keep track of your kids and what they're doing. Make sure everybody's safe. Let's get back together Sunday or Monday, and everybody be happy. So for now, I'm going to let you go. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. Happy birthday, America. See you next time.